Morning, everyone. Like to call the RDA meeting, the Redevelopment Agency meeting of December 19th, 2012, called to order. This meeting has been properly noticed and posted in compliance with the open meeting law. These proceedings are being video recorded as well as presented live on KCLV Cable Channel 2 and are closed captioned for our hearing impaired viewers. Please note some customers of Cox Communication who do not have a cable box may view this meeting on digital channel 89.5. The Redevelopment Agency meeting, as well as all other KCLV programming, may be viewed on the city's website at www.kclv.tv. The proceedings will be rebroadcast on KCLV Channel 2 and the web the Wednesday of the meeting at 8 p.m. and also on Friday at 4 a.m., Saturday at 7 p.m., and Sunday at 7 a.m., and the following Monday at 1 p.m. This building is protected by state-of-the-art fire detection and suppression sprinkler system. If alarms should activate during today's meeting, please evacuate using the exit the back of the chambers out to the mezzanine. Proceed out the double doors to the terrace and down the back staircase. Once outside, assemble on the northeast corner across the street from City Hall at Lewis and First Street. Employees wearing safety vests or city marshals will inform you when it's safe to re-enter the building. For public comment related to the items on the agenda, citizen participation and public hearing items, we have available a speaker card which you may complete and submit to the city clerk. Cards are available online in the clerk's office or at the rear of the chambers. If you do not submit a card, it does not prevent you from speaking under the public comment, citizen participation, or specified public hearing items. If there is anyone present today who has need for hearing impaired equipment, please see our city clerk staff. If you parked in the parking garage across the street and did not receive a validation ticket as you enter chambers, please exit to your right and see the security personnel at the entrance. We will move on now to item number 3. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters on the agenda for action. The amount of time any single speaker is allowed may be limited. All comments made will be cross-referenced to those specific items. If anyone submitted a speaker card or who wishes to speak under this portion of the agenda, please come to the podium, state your name for the record. We will set the time at 1 minute. We will now move on to item number 4. For possible action to approve the minutes by reference of the regular Redevelopment Agency meeting of December 5th, may I have a motion, Mayor Pro Tem?
Thank you, Mayor. Motion to approve the December 5th, 2012 minutes.
There's a motion. Please vote. And please post.
I didn't have my thing up here.
Motion carries. Thank you very much. Item number 5, RA 15-2012, discussion for possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by the Commercial Visual Improvement Program CVIP agreement between the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency, RDA, and the Gay and Lesbian Community Center of Southern Nevada, Inc., owner, located at 401 South Maryland Parkway, to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the redevelopment plan, and authorizing the execution of the CVIP agreement by the RDA. Redevelopment Ward 3, Councilman Coffin. Note this item is related also to Council Item 55, R-78-2012. Mr. Arndt, good morning.
Good morning, Mayor and Council. Bill Arntz, Director, Economic and Urban Development. This item is part of our Visual Improvement Program, or VIP program, where we give a matching facade grant to business owners doing business in the redevelopment area and wishing to fix up their storefronts. With us today is Candace Nichols of the Gay and Lesbian Community Center of Southern Nevada, and I'd like to invite her to the dais to say a few words about the project. The center is investing approximately $4 million in the project. Over million is going into exterior improvements, everything from new masonry, new windows, new facade. You can see on the overhead there the before and after. It is a pretty significant change they're making to the exterior of the building. Because of their investment, they are eligible for a $50,000 matching grant from the agency, and staff recommends approval.
Thank you, Mr. Art. Good morning.
Good morning. We want to thank the council for considering our visual improvement grant. We're very excited to be a part of the city's redevelopment.
Could you restate your name for the record,
Oh, I'm sorry,
please?
Candace
Sorry.
Nichols, and I'm the Executive Director of the Gay and Lesbian Community Center of Southern Nevada.
Thank you.
And once again, just to thank you so much for this consideration. We're very excited to be a part of it, and we see this new facility as really enhancing the downtown area, and we're very excited, as I said, to be a part of it.
Thank you. Any comments, questions? Hearing none, I will ask Councilman Coffin. We're live in here.
We're getting some feedback. I'm not quite sure why. Hello. Okay. Hope not. Now it's not, if it was. I think we're fine. Well, I kind of like that echo. It gives me a
Yeah, it is the
sort
laptop.
of a man behind the curtain appearance. I would like to say that I approve of this heartily, and the whole neighborhood does, because it's remarkable.
Yep.
Okay, you're going to fix this?
I'm going to fix
Your laptop.
I don't know what you're going to do to me, though, because she carries, you know. It's not the
Saying
computer.
it's too close to the volume.
it.
No, it's not this piece of equipment. It's something else. Well,
You can make a motion on
I like the program because it's a wonderful addition to the neighborhood. And I move for its approval. How's that? Thank you.
Thank you.
that. Through that, there is a motion. There's been a motion made.
Let's vote.
Okay. Can you repeat it again, closer to the microphone, please, Councilman, so the clerk can hear?
I move for approval of item 5.
Thank you.
This is laptop.
There's a motion. Stop. There's a motion. Please vote. Please post. Thank you. Motion carries. We'll move on to item number 6.
Thank you.
RA 16-2012, discussion for action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by the Commercial Visual Improvement Program, CVIP, agreement between the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency, RDA, and Denny's, Inc., tenant, located at 450 Fremont Street, Suite 195, to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the redevelopment plan, and authorizing the execution of the CVIP agreement by the RDA Redevelopment Area Ward 3, Councilman Coffin. And this item is related to Council Item 56, R79-2012. Mr. Art.
Thank you, Mayor and members of council. Before introducing the item, I would like to make a correction on the record. The item before you, given the location, is located in Ward 5. That was an error on our part. I apologize for that error. The property is located at Neonopolis at 450 Fremont Street, Suite 195. On the overhead is a picture of the improvements that the company Denny's is doing to the storefront. I'd like to invite Susan Russell and John Whitlock to the dais to talk about the project. If you've been by the property recently, that photo doesn't do it justice of really the transformation that space that took place at that space. They're investing $5.2 million in the build out of that space, including the exterior. It's a 7,000-foot restaurant space that was vacant. They're bringing 100 full-time and part-time employees to the location. They are investing $1.5 million in the exterior, and as a result of that, they are eligible for a full matching grant of $50,000. Staff does recommend approval, and I'd like Mr. Whitlock to maybe talk about some of the improvements that they've done to the space and what they expect for the business at that location. Mr.
Good
Whitlock.
morning and welcome, and please state your name for the record, please.
I'm John Whitlock, Director of Facilities Construction for Denny's Corporation. Just first off, we're real excited to be in downtown Las Vegas. When we started this project, our executive committee and our company wanted to do a showcase restaurant, and this is what we ended up with. We did spend a lot of money on it. It's a beautiful restaurant. Today we are now open and employing over 107 employees. We're a 24-hour operation, and again, we're real excited to be here. And just on a side note, I've built a lot of restaurants all over the United States, and I have to say that dealing with, through planning, building department, inspectors, fire, it was one of the best cities I've ever worked with. The people had bent over backwards to help us get this restaurant open.
Thank you. We think so, too. We have a great group here. I ate there yesterday for lunch and took my staff, and everybody had something different. It was delicious. The service was wonderful, and it just is a grand operation. Any questions, comments? Mayor Pro Tem, would you make a motion on this then, please? No, it's Councilman Barlow's. It's been corrected.
Thank you, Mayor. I will go ahead and make a motion to follow staff's recommendation for approval.
Thank you. There's a motion, please vote. And please post. Motion carries. Thank you. And I understand the architectural design is all about the internet connectivity and technology, so I thought that was really interesting. Thank you very much. We'll move on to item number 7, RA 17-2012, discussion for possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by the Commercial Visual Improvement Program CVIP agreement between the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency, RDA, and 601 Fremont LLC tenant located at 601 Fremont Street to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the redevelopment plan, and authorizing the execution of the CVIP agreement by the RDA Redevelopment Area Ward 3. Councilman Coffin. Note this item is related to Council Item 57, R80-2012, and Mr. Arndt.
Thank you, Mayor, members of council. I'd like to invite our partner, Carlos Adley, to the dais. We're excited to have Carlos as a partner. The business at 601 Fremont Street, there's already one venue that's opened, Backstage Bar and Billiards. And this VIP grant is to help with a second business that is in development, the Fremont Country Club. The Fremont Country Club is going to be a new venue on the ground floor. Mr. Adley and his partner Terry Cottle are putting extensive improvements on the ground floor, but also the exterior, including new signage. They're also, what I'm really excited to see, they're starting opening up the facade. This building originally was a Sears department store, and they're opening up the facade where there were originally window facades. They're investing a significant amount of money in the exterior, over $400,000, and because of that, they're eligible for a matching grant of $50,000. Staff recommends approval. In introducing Mr. Adley, I'd like to thank him for his continued partnership and remind him that this meeting is being televised, so feel free to discuss your business and let all your prospective patrons out there know what you're doing, not only with the existing venue, but the new venue. Mr. Adley?
Good morning, council members, and yes,
Morning.
thank you so much for this time, because we are extremely appreciative of what the city has done and in conjunction with the process.
Could you repeat your name for the record, please?
Carlos Adley from RMD Development.
Thank you.
The concept is twofold for the bottom floor. It's 14,000 square feet. The first location, the Backstage Bar and Billiards, opened roughly 2 weeks ago to great accolades from Las Vegas Journal and LV Weekly and so forth. So we're extremely excited about that. What we're more excited about is the Fremont Country Club, which will be a world-class music venue that will open within the next 4 to 5 weeks. It'll be a private showcase, and then sometime shortly after that, based on the mayor's schedule, if you're on down there, the ribbon-cutting event for the entire property. What's exciting about the Fremont Country Club is our partner, Michael Chugg, is arguably one of the biggest promoters in the business. He was single-handedly voted by Polestar last year for Promoter of the Year, beating out AEG and Live Nation. So the caliber of acts that you're going to see in downtown Las Vegas will be on a worldwide level. In conjunction with that, the Backstage Bar and Billiards property will come to fruition full circle with the analogy that I was talking to the mayor about and so forth, would be more of a mini intimate version of a House of Blues and Foundation Room. So you have these worldwide acts coming down to Las Vegas, to downtown Las Vegas specifically, that would do the after parties and kind of the freeform jazz ensembles and jams, if you will, next door. This will create a synergy that will be symbiotic with everything that's happening downtown, bringing thousands of people for these world-renowned acts in conjunction with the properties on the bottom floor. And once this finishes, the second phase will be a TV production studio and a radio station with a recording studio on the second floor, and third floor a TV station as well with a production company in conjunction with a show that we're producing right now with Hank Cohen, who used to be the previous president of MGM Studios. So a lot of exciting stuff happening, and once again, we're just extremely grateful for the city embracing us and giving us that warm feeling that we need as people who are putting our blood and sweat and millions of dollars of personal equity and finances in the project. And to name a few names, I know Shawnee Coleman has just been amazing. Tommy Burkhart, Dave Bratcher, of course, Bill, Scott Adams, and have been a huge proponent in this process, and we couldn't have done it without him. And once again, extremely grateful, and we'd like to commend the City Council, the mayor, and so forth for your in-depth knowledge and wisdom, and backing the right horse.
Well, we're extremely excited. How many will you ultimately employ in both venues?
In the 50 to 100 range, depending on the events. We've employed over 200 so far with the construction and the phase-out process. But with the ground location alone in the 100 ballpark, depending on the frequency of the events, we will also be doing a lot of festivals in the back area as well, too. So it's a multimedia aspect that's coming to the entertainment epicenter, which will be 601, which will be the epicenter of the entertainment district. For example, with the signage that we're talking about today, the marquee literally will be arguably the biggest marquee in all of downtown, including the entertainment district, including, you know, from the Fremont experience to the entertainment district. So, and you have the ability for promotions and so forth, or whether it's teaming up with the city for special events, it's at your disposal. So with this in conjunction with the mass media aspects that are going to happen on the second, third floor, we're just, like I said, extremely excited about making this happen on a large worldwide scale and bringing all that energy to downtown where it belongs, where it started and where it's coming back full circle.
It's wonderful. We're just so excited. What will be open for New Year's Eve?
Both locations, actually. There'll be a private event at Fremont Country Club that we're kind of scheduling right now, but Backstage Bar and Billiards will feature on New Year's Eve DJ Lethal from House of Pain and Limp Bizkit, who's our partner, who's arguably one of the biggest DJs in the world. So that'll be happening downtown on New Year's Eve.
And the marquee goes up when?
Next week.
Do we have a picture?
They should have been said.
Apologize, we don't have one queued up for the presentation, but we can certainly distribute it to you and the council.
And the marquee says both names, or what does it hold?
We'll wrap the entire building, all of the Fremont Street facade, with a quarter of 6th Street going over the Backstage Bar and Billiards. So each one will have their own marquee, but it's a marquee that encompasses the entire property for street front facade. And then you have the 28-foot blade sign, which is the Fremont Country Club sign. We've already installed the Triple B sign just because we're very proactive and we made it happen. And we spent a lot of money on it. It was a labor of love, and it's got a very retro kind of 50s classic timeless feel to it. The Fremont Country Club is a little more cutting edge, and the marquee, like I said, wraps around the entire building. It's arguably the largest marquee in all of downtown, including the entertainment district.
Wow, everybody's going to try and better that, I'm sure. Well, congratulations, and Councilman.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now then, due to an accident of reapportionment whereby we changed the boundaries of the wards, you now are in Ward 3, whereas previously you were working with Councilman Barlow, and I know...
Who has been amazing, by the way.
I'm glad to hear that, and he's out of town. I think he's going to participate by telephone today, I was told. Anyway, the point is that we'd very much like to see what you're doing in the office. Bring it on up, and of course you will have time in an hour or two to expand on it a little bit if you choose, or at least with more visuals during the regular council meeting, because this is going to be moved to the council meeting upon approval of this organization, and item 57, I think it is. So be sure to stick around for that. And I intend to come up and shoot some pool with you.
Absolutely. I insist.
Scampered around that building when it was a Sears in the 1950s, when I was about the age of some of the youngsters in this room. So delighted to see what's happened to my old Sears. Thank you very much.
Those are also diamond tables, by the way, arguably the best money could buy, and we're doing some, in the works right now with ESPN to do some pool-sponsored tournaments and so
Okay,
forth.
good.
Bring a lot of more energy to downtown.
Thank
as
you. If
well.
you're ready for a motion, Your Honor, I'll be happy to make one.
Mayor, we did find the renderings of the signage and the marquees, so what's been planned for the country club, if I could get the overhead, we do have a picture of it. So you can see the blade
wow.
sign for the,
Nice.
Sign, the
For
existing
the-
Triple B is already.
the existing sign, the billiard sign is already up, and then you can see the country club.
And if you go by the property right now, you'll see that we've taken out the second floor window, a 16 by 17-foot window, which will ultimately encompass the radio station that will broadcast to all of Fremont Street, kind of New York, Times Square kind of MTV feel. So this will be in conjunction with the Fremont Country Club, that the artist will perform to the street, literally doing interviews on a worldwide webcast in conjunction with the radio station, and then do the shows afterwards at Fremont Country Club and the after parties at Triple B.
Excellent. Wonderful.
Bring it back.
Thank you,
Bring all these visuals.
Ms. Darn, for getting those.
Yeah, bring it all back for the item 57. All right, thank you, Your Honor. I now move for approval of item 7.
There's a motion, please vote. And please post. Motion carries. Congratulations. We're really excited. I thought
you so
this
much.
was the hill for us to all be climbing forever. I'm so excited.
Absolutely,
And the
absolutely.
prior mayor is just odd.
Give him my love, please.
I know. Thanks. Which spelling would you like? Odd? Oh, my goodness. Okay, we will move on now to item number 8. Citizen participation, public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters within the jurisdiction of the redevelopment agency. No subject may be acted upon by the redevelopment agency unless that subject is on the agenda and scheduled for action. If you wish to be heard, please come to the podium, give your name for the record. The amount of discussion on any single subject, as well as the amount of time any single speaker is allowed, may be limited. Is there anyone wishing to speak under this portion of the agenda? Hearing none, I will move on to item number 9. Agency member recognition. Comments made by individual agency members during this portion of the agenda will not be acted upon by the agency unless that subject is on the agenda and scheduled for action. Is there any member of the redevelopment agency who wishes to speak under this portion of the agenda? Are there any other comments? Hearing none, this redevelopment agency is adjourned, and we will start our, do you need a break?
9 o'clock?
5 minutes? Okay, because it's posted that we will start the council meeting at 9. We will start the council meeting at 9. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Arndt and staff.